Well, good morning, everyone. Good Monday morning. And thank you again for joining us for Monday Morning Inspirations. We have Miss Julie Blamphin. Am I
That's
saying that correctly? With us this morning, and she is going to talk to us about the number one perk of a laughter practice. So shake off the whatever, get in the mood for Monday morning. We're going to have a joyful Monday morning. So Julie's quote is, find your secret smile on your face, then feel it in your body. And this is a quote by Julie herself. And I remember, we get a lot of quotes and we have to put who the author. And I'm like, Julie, by the way, who's the author? And she was like, me. And I'm like, great. So that quote is by Julie. So we can steal it from her. So put a smile on your face and then you feel it in your body. I love it, love it, love it. The benefits of laughter are endless. Whether spontaneous or intentional, laughter boosts endorphins, strengthens relationships, stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, lowers blood pressure, reduces pain, strengthens the core and pelvic floor, and cultivates joy. According to the yoga tradition, we hold our energy of joy in the lower belly and pelvis. Yet it is also where we hold our energy of fear. By being intentional with a laughter practice, we can constantly calm our fears and cultivate our joy instead. Julie Blamphin is a laughter yoga leader, pelvic floor yoga teacher, and the founder of Celebrate the Pelvic Floor. She started teaching yoga and gymnastics at age 12 in her mother's school of gymnastics. Now she empowers women through yoga poses, laughter practice, and emotional connection. She values vulnerability, courage, positivity, and feeling vibrant at every stage of life. Julie loves to laugh, dance, garden, and travel, and she lives in Annapolis, Maryland. So without further ado, we will welcome Julie.
Thank
Thank
you.
you, Julie.
I'm so happy to be here. Thank you, Gina. Thank you, Diane, my soul sister. Thank you, everyone at Gilchrist. You guys do such important work. I'm honored to be here to bring you the Monday motivation. So like Gina said, my name is Julie Blamphin. I work with men and women, but my specialty is inspiring women to find balance, positivity, and joy through yoga and laughter. So let me tell you about laughter. Who's curious? Who's already smiling? Right? So get this, back in 1995, a medical doctor in Mumbai, India, Dr. Madan Kataria, was doing research on the benefits of laughter for an article he was writing. So part of his research was to start a laughter club, and he only had like 5 volunteers, and they met regularly in the public park, and they told jokes, and very soon thereafter, it fizzled out. The jokes weren't funny anymore. And so he went back to the drawing board and he discussed his research protocols with his wife, who's a yoga teacher. And she shared with him the revelation that yoga breath work called pranayama and laughter are so similar and they share so many qualities. So boom, laughter yoga was born, and there are over 20,000 laughter clubs now around the world. So the benefits of laughter are endless. Like Gina said in my intro, I have a super long list here of the benefits. I'm just going to read half of them. Laughter is a universal language. It unites us with people. It reduces stress, anxiety, loneliness, negative thoughts, negative feelings. It increases joyfulness, peace, wellness, and play. It helps people stay socially connected. Laughter is like internal jogging. It provides a massage to all the internal organs, especially the intestines, improving blood supply and helping the bowels move properly. We all like that, especially during Thanksgiving week, right? Laughter strengthens the immune system and helps the body fight infection. It increases oxygen supply to the body and brain. It's cathartic and releases blocked emotions in a healthy way. It reduces blood pressure and heart rate. It lowers the level of stress hormones. It promotes better sleep. It relaxes muscles throughout the body. It reduces pain and symptoms of many chronic illnesses. It increases antibody levels. It secretes an enzyme that protects the stomach from forming ulcers. It stimulates right brain creative thinking. Laughter connects us with our sexual energy. Laughter strengthens the core and pelvic floor. And I'm here to tell you today that the number one perk of a laughter practice is joy. So why is joy such a big deal? Right? And I'm going to go into detail on that question in my free training. I'm going to share you guys, I'm going to share a link with you guys to my free training in the chat in just a bit. But in short, why is joy such a big deal? So let me tell you a little bit about my story. I've been teaching, like Gina said, I've been teaching literally since I was 12. My mom had a school of gymnastics, so I was teaching little teeny tiny kids with disabilities. So it wasn't yoga, it wasn't gymnastics per se, it was yoga. So I've been teaching my entire life. And yet as a career yogi, I've been teaching probably 15 years, mostly women, mostly private practice. And just about, I won't say all, but I'll say just about all of the women who come to me and they're filling out my questionnaire for my intake consultation, and they're checking the boxes and they're sharing their goals and they're sharing their concerns. Here are the top three. Her body has lost strength. She's feeling disconnected from her sexual self. And her life is lacking joy. Just about every woman who is working with me in my program is feeling like her life is lacking joy. That all being said, let me tell you this. Probably 3 years ago, I had a workshop and a bunch of women were there. And after the workshop, many of them approached me to share their story. And one of the women said, I leak when I laugh, so I just stopped laughing. And so in that moment, I dedicated my teaching not just to the physical practice of yoga, but the emotional and the energetic practice of laughter, right? To cultivate joy, to strengthen that body. So here's the thing. According to yoga tradition, we hold our energy of joy in the low belly and the pelvis. But this is also where we hold our fear and our shame. So all I'm suggesting is to be intentional, is to be conscious, is to be mindful in that choice. What do we wish to cultivate, right? Fear and shame, or joy and creativity? So that's what I teach. That's part of what I teach, is making that conscious decision to continue to cultivate joy. And we're going to do that right now. So let's just stand up and reach the arms way up high in the sky and just bend over to one side and then just bend over to the other side. And bend over to the other side. One more time to the other side. Shake the hands, shake the elbows, bring the arms down, shake the shoulders, and give the low belly some taps. Yes, all right. And let's sit back down. So here's the thing. The only rule is eye contact. So let's just keep staring at our screen and no talking. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer and we're all going to unmute. So go ahead and unmute. And here we go. 1 minute of laughter.
Oh, God.
He's crying. Okay, so let's take a few deep breaths.
Oh, I gotta get off the table.
Nice deep breath. And let's just close the eyes. Close the eyes, feel grounded and calm. Bring one hand to the low belly and one hand to the heart. Oh, feel that secret smile on the face and feel it in the body. Yes, and just feel calm, grounded, inspired, joyful. Just feeling real good. Three more deep breaths right here. Excellent. Let's bring this to heart center. One more deep breath together. We inhale. And together we exhale and we smile. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste. Thank you for laughing with me. Let me ask you a question. I would love to hear answers. How did you feel at the end of our laughter practice? At the end? Anybody?
Joyful.
Joyful.
Like you want to keep laughing. I need to wipe my face because I have tears coming out my eyes. It's amazing how listening to other people laugh makes you laugh. So your laugh was hysterical. So that made us laugh.
Yes.
So,
I get really hot. Does anybody else get really hot? Did anybody else get really heated up?
not the moment. I'm sure it's coming and within some point, but it hasn't happened yet.
I felt like I exercised, like I just went on a sprint.
Yeah, it's a great workout. Yeah, put your hand on your core, like really high up, your solar plexus, just below your rib cage. You can feel the heat there, right? Yeah, heat in the low belly. Anybody else?
Anyone have any thoughts to share on how you feel, and if your pulse is still racing like mine? From I have a little more right here in the middle, so when I tap on it. Anybody else?
It felt good, but you know, it reminded me when I worked with dementia residents, I would do laugh therapy with them. That's what I called it. I mean, I'm not a licensed therapist, but we would do the same thing and just laugh. So thank you for bringing back that memory for me, because that was really nice.
Yes, don't stop practicing. So here's another question. How did you all feel or think at the beginning of the practice? At the beginning of that 1 minute, when I first started to laugh, what were your thoughts? Like, oh my God, this is ridiculous. This is so silly. What am I doing? Was there any reticence? Was there any hesitation? Did anybody feel like, oh my gosh, what are we doing?
I didn't feel that I could continue for a whole minute.
Yeah.
But it was very successful and fun.
Yeah, you feel self-conscious at first, and then you just let it go because you hear everybody else's laughter. So.
Exactly. Yes. And there's the thing. I went to this workshop. I went to this training to become certified as a laughter yoga leader. And I walked in and I was like, oh, this is going to be such a long day. It was a long day. I mean, the training was long. It's fascinating work. It's fascinating science behind it. But I walked in there with such judgment. I really did. And it took me a little minute to sort of get over my preconceived notions and my judgments. And boy, when I did, there were tears. It was just revelatory. It was the most beautiful experience. It was just amazing. Connects us to our authenticity and that place of courage and that place of just joy, which again, it's in the same area of our fear and our shame. And so to really tap into that raw vulnerability, that authenticity, it's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, that's true. It's like an emotion. Like you can see somebody crying and you can just start crying and not know what they're crying about. It could be happiness or sadness, but it's like the same thing with laughter. Like you hear somebody laughing or you see it and you can just join right in because it's a positive energy. So
yes,
thank you. You have a
You're
beautiful, beautiful spirit about you. And that was
Yeah.
really, really nice.
Well, I'd love to share a link in case anybody wants to grab this link. It's a free training called Rediscover Your Core and Floor. So I will just put it in the chat real quick and y'all can just copy it. And where did I go? Where are you? Here I am. There we go. And boom. Yeah. And of course, reach out to me if I can answer any more questions about laughter, about a laughter practice, about the benefits of laughter for your core and pelvic floor and for your joy. I'd be happy to answer any questions. I'd be happy to hold space for you if you'd like to share your concerns.
Thank you, Julie. Does anyone else have any comments or anything they would like to share about how they're feeling this morning? Did you get some joy back this morning? If you didn't have it? Okay. Well, Julie, we would like to thank you again for joining us this morning and for helping us to get our week started off with some good laughter and some pelvic exercises for the women. I'm sure it'll help maybe cut back on 2 of the pounds for Thanksgiving that I'm going to take in. So thank you so much. And I'm sure we will be in touch. I think this would be something great that maybe the women could get together and do and have like a girls' day and a laughter yoga and have some fun. So
That's
thank
so
you
fun.
so much for joining us and for sharing the information so that we can, and it was learning too. I didn't know about yoga laughter, or I didn't know this existed. So this was another resource that we can have and use, and it's joyful. So thank you again.
Thank you, Gina. Thank you all. I appreciate y'all showing up for me and for you.